Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to go over a awesome historic low Steam game deal. Another one from your favorite publishers, you guys. Ubisoft cannot be stopped. It's a game, however, that I really did enjoy. You know, Ubisoft aside, Ubisoft Connect aside, I did really love the game, so we'll talk about that. And we've got some other great historic low game deals as well, so we'll get to those at the end of this video. But right off the top, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is 85% off for $4.49. This is by far a historic low for the game, and the Gold Edition is 85% off for $8.99. So if you want the DLC content, you can get the Gold Edition. Syndicate was the final Assassin's Creed game of the old style of Assassin's Creed before they moved on into the style of Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, and Ragnarok, or excuse me, Ragnarok is the DLC for Valhalla, Shadows. Syndicate is a game that came out a decade ago. Yes, 2 months from now, it'll be a decade since Assassin's Creed Syndicate's release, which is actually absolutely insane to think about. I know we just celebrated the 10-year mark since Metal Gear Solid 5 came out on September 1st of 2015. Kind of crazy. 2015 was a crazy year for gaming. Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I know AC Syndicate is probably viewed as at a little bit lesser of a tier than the other two, but let me have this one. I love Syndicate. I thought it was a great game. Unfortunately, it kind of felt the brunt of Assassin's Creed Unity being such a disaster from a technical standpoint, and I think people were a little bit burned out of Assassin's Creed at that time, that even though Syndicate was a good game, people just moved on and they played other games instead, and they didn't want to play AC Syndicate. And again, I thought the game was really, really well done. You had two characters at the helm of the story that I thought worked fairly well. I thought the exploration was really well done, and I just thought the gameplay was super enjoyable as well. It's one of those games that at some point I gotta go back and do another playthrough of, because again, I played it like right when it came out a decade ago, and I remember having a great time with it back then, and definitely want to play through it again. I've been playing through some of the older Assassin's Creed games, but like, I've only beaten AC2 in this you know, another cycle of playing through the AC games once again. Like, there are games I go back to all the time. So, gotta go through Brotherhood, then Revelations, AC3, then AC4, Rogue, and then we'll get to Syndicate, Unity as well. I've been meaning to do another playthrough of Unity for a long time on top of that. But sub $5 for Syndicate, I think, is a great deal. And if you're a fan of the older style of Assassin's Creed games, and this is one you missed out on, I do think alongside Rogue, those are the two most underrated Assassin's Creed games of all time. Rogue and Syndicate, I think, are both fantastic games, but unfortunately, they just did not resonate at that high of a level. Rogue, I can totally understand releasing it the same day as Unity for last-gen consoles. I just think that was never going to work out, but Syndicate, on the other hand, it's a bummer to me, because that was a mainline Assassin's Creed game, and I think a lot of the reason of Ubisoft shifting to a new style for Assassin's Creed was Syndicate not doing well from a commercial standpoint, even though the game itself, I would argue, was pretty damn good. But maybe the AC4 remake will do really well, and then Ubisoft will shift back into a different style of Assassin's Creed. We'll see how that turns out, but if nothing else, sub $5 for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, great deal there. Alright, moving on from that, we've got some other deals to go over. BlazBlue Entropy Effect is 35% off for $12.99. 91 Act, the development studio of this game, sent me a copy of this game back when, I want to say it was coming out of early access. And I remember being like, okay, BlazBlue action roguelike title, let's check it out. Like, I was a huge BlazBlue fan growing up. I didn't really know what to expect out of this game, and boy, oh boy, I was blown away. You don't really have to have any affinity towards BlazBlue. Really, BlazBlue is just used as a skin, like the character designs and whatnot. Not a bad thing whatsoever, because BlazBlue has some of the most slick character designs that I've seen. They have great aesthetics to them. The style of the characters are great, and you've got the iconic characters all in there. Ragna, Jin, Noelle's in there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot of replayability with the different characters as well. And on top of that, they just did a Dead Cells crossover event as well, which is pretty cool. The BlazBlue Entropy Effect X Dead Cells crossover is out now. The Prisoner arrives. The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. The highly anticipated Dead Cells crossover is now live in BlazBlue Entropy Effect, and it's completely free for everyone who owns the base game. With that, you have a new playable character in the Prisoner. Step into the boots of the iconic Prisoner from Dead Cells. Wield 27 signature weapons, skills, and mutations from the original game, as well as 20+ combo variations and exclusive exclusive challenge bonus, and free access. Again, no DLC required. The update is totally free, and all you have to do is finish the quest, pass the torch, you talk with Neo at the hub, interact with the big screen, and you're good to go. Again, I love BlazBlue Entropy Effect, and I love Dead Cells as well. As far as the action roguelike genre goes, Dead Cells was the one that I got super into, but as far as the more recent ones, BlazBlue Entropy Effect was that. And yes, it was a lot of BlazBlue that, you know, the character designs that drew me in, and, you know, 91 Act was nice enough to send me a copy of the game, but man, I love this game. I thought it was great, and it's one of those games that I'll go back to every now and again just to have a good time with it. Like, the action roguelike games, when they're done well, they're done really, really well, and this one's got so much flashiness, so much style to it. Definitely recommended, and $13, a good price on that. Tales of Grace's F Remastered is 35% off for $25.99. We're coming up on the release of another Tales of Remaster in Tales of Xillia. That'll be coming out at the end of October, so I think this would be the first time in a single calendar year that we've had two Tales of Remasters in the same year. Although Grace's F did come out in the previous fiscal year, so, you know, there is that for Bandai Namco. I'm sure all of this is done very strategically. Tales of Grace's is a solid game. Isn't my favorite Tales of game? Far from it, but the Tales of games are so consistent that they're all pretty good. Even though I would probably put Tales of Grace's in the bottom half of my favorite Tales of games, that still doesn't say that much. It's still a really, really good JRPG, a good story, some quality of life improvements with this remaster. Xillia is one of my favorite Tales of games, even though, you know, I'm kind of salty that it's Xillia and not Abyss, because Abyss is probably my favorite Tales of game of all time. I shouldn't even say probably. It is my favorite Tales of game of all time. I just want Abyss to be accessible on modern platforms. Xillia is one that I absolutely loved as well, but yeah, just give me that Abyss and I'll shut the hell up. Unfortunately, it's just Xillia that's getting remastered, and it's not Xillia 2 as well. I'm sure they'll do Xillia 2 down the line as well. They just want to price them both at $40 and get your $80 out of it. But yeah, Grace's F, $26 on that. Check that out. Next up, we have Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, another Ubisoft title for you guys. 75% off for $17.49. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is scheduled to get a big update at the end of this year. It'll be adding, I believe, New Game Plus and a third-person mode. The third-person mode I find to be pretty exciting. For an open-world game like this, I think a third-person mode can draw a lot of people in. I'm not a big Avatar guy, so I didn't end up enjoying this game as much as maybe some other people, but you know, this is one of those games that didn't do all too well. Ubisoft tried to do a Ubisoft Connect exclusive release. How'd that turn out for you, Ubisoft? Yeah, you ain't doing that anymore now, are you? But nonetheless, $17.49 on that. I'd probably wait until the Gold Edition is sub $20 and then pick it up, but up to you. If you want to pick it up, go for it. Baldur's Gate 3 is 25% off for $44.99. Finally, a new low price for Baldur's Gate 3. I believe it was going 10% off. Maybe it hit 15% off, but 10% off I think was the cap on it for a little bit. Maybe it actually hit 20% off. I don't remember exactly. It might have actually hit 20% off for $48. But nonetheless, it's now 25% off for $45. It's received as one of the best games, literally of all time. 415,000 Steam reviews, and 96% of those reviews are positive. Again, an RPG with a lot of depth to it. I really got to sit down and give it, you know, a lot of time. It's just such a time sink that I haven't gotten into it as much as a lot of other people. But, yeah, if you want to check it out, $45 is one of those games that's going to hold up in price for a long time. It just hit the 2-year mark since it came out, and it's only 25% off. Think about this. RoboCop Rogue City, we typically see go on sale for like $5, and that came out after Baldur's Gate 3. I get it. Totally different scenarios. Baldur's Gate 3, legitimately one of the greatest games of all time, gives you 100 plus hours of content. It's a different ball game. I get that, but, you know, just still something funny to look at, if nothing else. Shadows of Doubt is 50% off for $12.49. Take on the role of a investigator. The immersive detective simulator. Solve murders and other crimes is procedurally generated and persistent city where every NPC lives and breathes their own independent lives. Find the killer quickly or they will kill again. Again, that's $12.49. Lastly, Streets of Rage 4 is $8.74. Want to give this a shout as Lizard Cube, the development studio of this, just dropped Shinobi, and that's being being received incredibly well, Art of Vengeance. But Streets of Rage 4 was an awesome game as well. This studio seems to do a great job of taking these classic franchises and bringing them back to a modern audience, and as still retaining a lot of the nostalgic elements. Like when you play Streets of Rage 4, you definitely get the vibe. Okay, there's a throwback action beat 'em up, but you've got an awesome art style, so much flashiness, so much style to it, just so much charm to it, and for $8.74, I think it's a great deal. Now, it's not the lengthiest game in the world, but it's always a fun time to go back and play through with the different characters and whatnot. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, I think that's a tremendous deal on Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Go ahead and check that out. I think that's an awesome pickup for a game that is just a fantastic title, and the last of the older style of Assassin's Creed games, and a lot of other great deals as well. BlazBlue, Entropy Effect, Tales of Graces F, Avatar, Baldur's Gate 3, Shadows of Doubt, and Streets of Rage 4. That's gonna do it for me. All of your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.